everybody, my name's Amanda from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk and today I'm going to share with you the beginnings of my journey into mini album making. I've wanted to make a mini album for lots and lots of years, never got round to it. And I was very inspired a couple of weekends ago at a team retreat by my lovely friend Heidi, who was making some very basic mini albums, or what you might call a brag book. So I'm going to do one today. And my idea is that I'm going to do various ones over the next however long, months. And eventually I'm going to build myself up to making a proper mini album. You know, I'm going to become the new Kathy Arter. Not. So I've got a sheet of 12 by 12 basic black here. And I'm going to cut 3 strips that are 4 inch wide by 12 inch long. Okay. I'm just going to check that that last one is 4 inches, because sometimes the paper can be just over your 12 inch. Yeah, it's fine. I just had to shave a tiny bit off. And then we're going to score each piece at every 4 inches. So you'll get 3 lots of 4 by 4 squares. So 4 inch, then 8 inch. Okay, so that you're ending up with 3 equal squares, and you can fold them and fold them. So I'm going to do that again. I might, if it seems to be very long, I might pause the video and cut and paste them together a bit like a chop shop, like a car chop shop. I'll just stop and then I'll add them together. We'll see how we go. So I'm scoring all 3 pieces at 4 and 8. If I stop waffling, I might get it done, might I? 4 and 8, 4 and 8. Okay, let's move that out of the way now because I don't need it. So, fold and burnish all your creases. Fold and burnish. Now, what you want to do is you fold forward, then back like that, and you're just doing a zigzag forward and backwards, and you're going to end up joining these pieces together. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that you tell yourself which is going to be your front and which is going to be your back, because your front wants to open that way. Okay, don't really matter about the back, I didn't worry about that. Okay, so and you're going to glue these together. So all you do is just overlap like that and glue them together like that. Now one thing you can do if you want to be fancy is you can just run tape around there so that you've got a small pocket. I'm not going to go that complicated today. So like that, and then glue the next one on like so, and then that will fold like that. Okay. Okay, so then just line them all up, re-burnish them all, because you want it to be kind of straight and even. There's no extra scoring to allow for anything, so it will be, you know, a very basic. You won't be able to fill it with loads of stuff. You'll be able to put small photos in, you know, little photos, or little mementos. Or one idea I did have was you could print out and stick in inspirational quotes. There's an idea. Or months of the year, because there's enough pages to have a calendar month for each of the year, so it could be like a little calendar book. That's the ideas of what you can do with it. Right, so I'm happy with that now, and I'm just going to quickly glue them together, and I am using wet glue so that I can have wiggle room, which helps me then get it straight, because I just sometimes with Tombow and whatever have you, I don't get it very straight. So I'm just gluing them together, one on top, one square on top of another square, to make a long line of squares. That's all you're doing. It's absolutely so easy. It's untrue. You know, I'm not teaching a lot of people anything new here. Some ladies might be new to it. Just going to get that lined up as straight as I can before it dries. You know, you might have made them before and forgotten about them because it's quite an old technique, but these are such fun to make, they really are. And now I'm going to glue this one together. I'll put some glue on there. Okay. To speed things up, I have pre-cut everything, all my other layers, so everything will be on my blog. All of my sizes will be on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and I always leave a link in the description box, which is just below this video. If you click more, where it says more, it will give you the blog link with all of the measurements on there. Okay, there we go. That's all stuck together nicely. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to refold it all, re-burnish it all, so that it sits nicely. Okay, so there we go. We've just got that. Okay, doesn't look anything special, but you're going to make it look special. And what I've used here is the Oh So Lovely paper. Look, I'm pre-cut. Look, I've prepared a measured ribbon and everything. I'm using the Oh So Lovely paper. And one of the colours in the Oh So Lovely is Pool Party. I think this is actually Soft Sky because I've run out of Pool Party. So I have got two of these. One for the front cover and one for the back cover. Now these measure... I think there are, yeah, because this is 4x4, the front and the back cover is 3 7/8, okay? And all of these paper layers that are going to go inside are also 3 7/8, okay? Now I've cut one for each of the papers in the in the whole collection. So basically, you get in there's 6 different designs, but they're double-sided. So like. Where am I? That's from one paper, but I've cut 2 and I'll use that on that side and that on that side. And I've done the same for each sheet of the collection. So then you have 12 of these. Okay? So, first of all, I'm going to just show you quickly. I'm just going to put a couple in and then I'll do the rest off camera because it'll take my, you know, you'll get bored of watching me glue on 12 of them. If you are really good at keeping your layers and things straight, by all means use snail. I'm not, so I'm using Dumbo. So that'll just layer on there like that. Okay. You could put little photo corners to tuck your photos. Whatever you want. Okay, so that's all you do, and you just keep going with each design in turn all the way through the book and then all the way through the other side as well. Do both sides, okay? Just remember to leave the back cover and the front cover, okay? So let me just move those out of the way, and I'm going to show you how I've decorated the front and the back cover. So what I've done first of all is I want some ribbons because I'm going to tie my book together with ribbons, and I want the ribbons coming. This is the front, so it opens here. I want the ribbon to come out of the back of here because what I'm going to do is I'm going to crisscross them over at the back, bring them round and tie them. Okay, so I'm going to find roughly the halfway mark. So let me just get my ruler. And this is 4 inches by 4 inches, so obviously the halfway mark is 2. So I'm doing that on the front cover, and then I'm just going to flip it over. Let me just remember which way I want it. So it opens that way, so I want my ribbon there, and on this one I want my ribbon there. So let me measure here. That's 2. Okay, now what I'm going to use for that to hold my ribbon is tear tape, and I'm just going to put it there like that. So that's the back page, and then this is the front page, but I don't want the ribbon coming to the front, I want it to the back. Okay. And don't have your tape right to the very edge, because you're going to put this layer on like so, and you don't want to see the tape there. Or any, although your ribbon's going to be over it, so don't suppose that matters. Right, so I'm going to just get that off. And I've measured about 16 inches of ribbon, 2 lots of 16-inch. You can, you know, trim it down, have it shorter, you can fasten your book a different way, but this is how I've done mine. And I'm just going to make sure those ends are cut at an angle so they don't fray. And also another tip you can do is just put a tiny bit of glue on the end like so, and then dab it, leave it to dry, and it'll seal the ends. Or get a lighter and flick a lighter over it. That will stop your ends fraying. So I'm on the back here, and I've got another piece of ribbon, and I'm just doing the same. And that will hold nicely because it's going to be underneath my, oh, that's frayed, trim. It's going to be underneath my cardstock layer, okay? So then we get our cardstock layer for the front. And I'm going to decorate this really, really nicely. So you'll be able to see how you can make this simple little idea something a little bit special. Sometimes the simple ideas are the best because they're quicker to make, you know, the bare basics of it, and then you can make it a wow project by how you decorate it. Okay, I'm going to give you some tips. Well, I'm going to show you how I've decorated mine. Don't know if it's a tip. But before I was, you know, a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I was into shabby chic crafting with lace. So it's all about decorating and making things look pretty, really, rather than big fancy techniques. It's about making things look nice. You know, you don't need to have a huge skill set to create something pretty. You just got to take a bit of time and, you know, just arrange things nicely. Okay, so this is my front again, and this is my back, and we've got it all layered because we've stuck all of these in our imaginary Amanda land. Right, so the next step is I'm going to create some fancy corners. So I've got 2 square sheets here. These are offcuts from making cards, the scraps. Use your scraps, but use ones with nice flush corners. And I'm going to bring in this stamp set here, and I'm using Pull Party, which is the colours in the paper, and I'm going to take this stamp here. No, not, is it that one? No, it's this one. It's this stamp here from Label Me Pretty, and it's just got 2 fancy like cornices, and you will see that that is the stamp. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use just one section of it. I'm going to get a baby wipe ready because the ink will no doubt go on that bit, because obviously it's designed to stamp the whole stamp, but I don't want the whole stamp. So using my Pull Party, I'm just going to ink just one side of the stamp. I'm going to carefully turn it over. Let me just put a bit more on. Carefully turn it over, and if I do get, you know, inking on that bit, I'm going to take the time to wipe that off. Okay, and then carefully, one by one, I'm going to, if you have it sort of, you can see that it's like a corner shape, okay? So put it towards your corner and stamp. And yeah, there you go, you can see you're getting like a corner. I'm going to do it all the way around. And I would do this front and back, do this twice so that you've got corners for your front and your back cover. I'm only going to show you the front on film. I'm not going to do the back, but I'll show you my completed sample. Otherwise it'll take me too long. I'll be here all week. There we go. I mean, that's pretty on its own just to make a card. You could even do this. Yeah, you could stamp those. Don't matter, 'cause I'm going to cut that. But you could stamp those, and then you could add that to your paper layer inside if you wanted. Okay? It's another idea to make it more fancy. But the reason I've done this is, let me get some larger scissors. Let me get some larger scissors so I can cut straight. Let me move this to one side and get my ink dauber ready. So I'm just going to cut. I'm making myself some fancy book corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple as that. Do the same for the back as well. And then come in with my ink. I've just put that all over me. I'm going to get my little dauber. And I'm just going to gently ink that. Again, these little touches are what make your project just that little bit extra special. Especially when it's, you know, a basic idea. This is called, like, you know, when they say that you're stepping it up, you're just making that little bit of extra effort on the tiny detail that you might normally overlook. Okay. So don't forget, you're doing this for the front cover and the back cover, so you're doing this twice. Okay, there we go. And again, I'm going to use Tombow so that I can get this in a nice position. Come on, Tombow, don't be naughty. Okay. 2, 3, 4. I'm actually gonna, the sample that I've done, I spent quite a long time doing it, and it's just about fairly perfect. For me it is anyway. And I'm actually going to another team retreat this weekend, and I'm going to gift it to my friend who inspired me to make it. She better like it. Right. Sometimes I just find it easy to use a little paintbrush to help me smooth out my glue. Otherwise I do it with my fingers and then I forget and I wipe it down my clothes. That's why. Okay. Now the pattern does go around. So if you look, that rose is going that way, so make it follow around and then it'll look pretty. Oh, that one's stuck to my hand. Get off. There we go. Push it up. That's why it's good to use wet glue, because then you can get it nice and straight. And then the last one. Okay. I just use my pencil sometimes to push it down, you know, because it's rubber and it won't stick to it. Right, now, so this is where you can really kind of make your own mark on your little mini album stroke brag book. And what I've done here is I've cut out a selection of flowers from this paper here. I'll just show you. Here's this one here with all the holes in that looks like, you know, the moths have eaten it. And I fussy cut it, and you know, it takes time and it takes a bit of practice, but it's so worth it, honestly. Right, and then I'm just going to arrange these on here. Let me have a look. I think, what did I do on my sample? I think I had this one. I'm going to have this one first. Right, okay, I've decided what I'm doing now. I'm going to put this one down first, and because I've got these tiny bits that I've cut, this is where I'm just going to come in with my little paintbrush and just add a bit of glue onto those sticking out delicate bits. Okay, so I'm going to put one up there. I'll use my special tool, which is a pencil. Just helps me push that down so I don't get ink everywhere. So that's that one. And then I'm going to put another one to the other side. Like so. Again, put a bit extra. Oh, get off me. And this is quite delicate, this bit. But I want it to stick. I don't want it to be flapping about or else it'll get torn. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is cool. It's like messing about at play school. Crafting's such fun. I absolutely love it. I'm going to put this one. Which way shall I have this one? I don't know. I can't decide. I think I'll have it just like that. Okay. And I'm going to layer over them. So it's like doing your own kind of decoupage, I suppose. Should we have some? No, that's a bit much. Let's have this one. You know, have a few pieces cut out, make yourself a little collage. And it's, you know, little touches like this that will, you know, make your, I don't know which way to put that now, project a little bit different to somebody else's. Oh, I think I'll have it that way, like so. Oop, get down. Don't want to stick. That's why I use my little rubber. That's it. Okay. Bit too much glue on there, but never mind. And then I've just got these little buds here I just want to add. So let me just lift that up ever so slightly and tuck these buds underneath. Let's have that, like that. That's it. There we go, like that. Stick it down. Leave it to dry, and then you can, if there's a bit of excess glue, you can go around and get it off with your glue eraser if you're lucky enough to still have one. And then what happens is with your ribbons, you've got one here, you go around the back with that one and around the front with that one and tie it. Okay, so let me show you the finished one that I made. Here it is. This is the one that you can see in the thumbnail. So as you can see, there's the front, and I've done the back the same. Okay, ties with the beautiful ribbon at the side. You can use any ribbon, don't matter. And then you just undo it. My hands are sticky now. I don't want to get glue all over this. You just undo it and it opens very, very beautifully. I did make a little pocket for mine in there to put a little tag in. So that's that, and then obviously you can turn it around and you've got more pages. Beautiful. The paper does help, and because it's the basic black cardstock and you've lined it front and back with more cardstock and then you've used lots of paper inside, it's nice and sturdy and solid. It's an awesome gift. So there you go, give it a try. Hope you enjoyed that very easy project. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.